horsepower, built on dirt. This is the world of Outlaws.
Let's rock and roll with the world of Outlaws.
Coming to Smoky Mountain Speedway on March 14th. Hear it, feel it, live it.
It's all new and it's the greatest store on dirt. All the world of Outlaws and dirt car racing apparel and licensed merchandise under one roof. Visit online today for everything from shirts to hoodies, hats to collectibles. The greatest store on DIRT.com.
Racing 24 is available now.
It's showtime!
5 laps to go at DIRTcar Raceway Park.
Bobby Pierce leads the opening lap in 32. Into turn number 3.
You wanted the best. You got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, here come the late model.
Here's Sheldon to the inside. Slides on.
Raw horsepower, built on dirt. This is the world of Outlaws.
The greatest show on dirt.
Coming to Kennedale Speedway Park, March 13th and 14th. Hear it, feel it, live it.
Motorsports isn't complicated. It's made up of races where you go as fast as you can, as best as you can, as sideways as you can, and whatever this is. Our team, Toyota Gazoo Racing. We make some seriously fast cars, like this one and this one, definitely this one. And they all have great drivers, ones that win, like win a lot. Look at all these legends. The hottest drivers right now are him, her, and this guy. They're all part of a big, happy family of speed demons. Now you're up to speed. You in?
Raw horsepower, built on dirt. This is the world of Outlaws.
Let's rock and roll with the world of Outlaws.
Coming to Volunteer Speedway on March 13th. Hear it, feel it, live it.
Floyd trying to pull up and even with him, but can't do it that time. There's a fine line to get that momentum on exit of the corner, and Floyd just not.
Spring break in Florida doesn't always mean beaches and sunshine. Sometimes it means dirt flying under the lights at one of the fastest dirt tracks in the country. Tonight, the stars of DIRTcar eSports roll into Valusia for night 1 of the Spring Break 50 with a half-mile oval known as the world's fastest. Sets the stage for an all-out battle in the 358 modifieds throughout the week. Glad you could join us on the DIRTcar Racing YouTube page. Marty Sakala with you alongside Zach Chapman. And Shaggy, Valusia is one of those racetracks where momentum is everything. And if you lose it for even one moment, the field will swallow you up in a hurry.
It really is. But that being said, you know, especially boys beating up the racetrack here in practice, this place widens out like no other. We'll see guys use the middle, the top, and the bottom, even late in the features. So that being said, momentum very important. You gotta, you know, almost look into that crystal ball a little bit and try to tell the future. If you think the guy's gonna throw the block, try to go up high, make something happen, keep it rolling. These 358s, you're gonna hear us say it all week. Momentum, momentum, momentum.
Brand new track as well for DIRTcar eSports in the 2025-26 slate of races on the calendar this season. I know the first thing I think of when we come to a track like Volusia Speedway Park at iRacing, Slide Job City.
Yeah, and especially going to be entering 3. You know, 1, you're going to do it, but it's such a wide way around the outside of 2 that if the guy sees the slide job coming and he cuts under it, that's a perfect counter spot. But 3 and 4, everybody going to be fighting for that middle top, and if you throw the slider at the right time, that's how you can let a guy eat it.
Half-mile track, home of the DIRTcar Nationals and the Big Gator. Just whatever you do, don't go out in turn 2 and feed the Gators up in that pond. So anyway, set to go here. Qualifying just moments away from getting started. While we wait for that, gives us a chance to take a look at our Whiplash SimCam's race analysis for this evening. Qualifying just underway, set for 2 laps this evening. You'll then have 3 heats, each 8 laps, with the top 6 drivers transferring out of that. B-main set for 10 laps, with the top 6 transferring to that, with a feature being 30 laps tonight and tomorrow night. Keep in mind this as well here, Zach. Top 10 to the Thursday feature, 11 to 20 to Thursday's Last Chance Showdown. If you finish near the back of the field from 21st to 24th, you are done for the evening.
Yeah, so it's going to be all about, maybe taking those lumps, those first couple of laps, not really risking it. And, you want to finish in the top 10, but there's really nothing wrong with the top 15. Just get yourself to that B main.
Qualifying happening right now at the moment. Looking at the 157 of Matty Arnold. Right now, Devin Howard currently the quickest in car number 316. The FTM ride is 16:63. Brett Wislowski is second. Dylan Kinsey currently running in third. And you see the qualifying colors. Green means it's the driver's best lap of the moment. Orange means a slower lap. Purple means, though, they're working on a quick time lap. Let's see what Joey Lindgren can do. Peyton Talbot up to second quick in the 114. Lindgren goes to the top of the charts at a 16:388. Talbot drops down to third. He was the man that finished second and last time out during DIRTcar Digital Dash 2.0, and he's always fast on iRacing, and he'll be one to watch out for closely.
Yeah, and right now, very impressive. I mean, 1.5 tenths up is there. Mike Augustine. He reels him in a little closer there, Marty. That's a good lap. Can he find improvement here final time?
Yeah, second quick at the moment at a 16:435. Keep an eye on Ryle Coulthal, though. He's coming off of turn number 4 to the top. 16:387. 1,000th quicker, I believe, Zach, on Joey Lindgren. What a lap time.
Yeah, I'm going to cheat here and look at what iRacing actually says. And, Marty, I'm going to be honest with you. Nobody's going to believe this, but they're tied
on the
goodness. iRacing thing. They all have a .388. That's unbelievable.
Absolutely insane. Braden Carter in the 4, DIRTcar eSports regular. 4th quickest. Michael Swank up to 5th. Carter working at 16:46. Let's go to Ryan Guffmanis in the 2, the Jack Leonard crew guy. Perhaps the favorite to win this race. Won night 1 of DIRTcar Digital Dash 2.0 at Charlotte. Was running the top 5 in championship night, and then iRacing disconnected on him. 4th quick for the 2 car at a 16:46. One more driver left to qualify here. In fact, taking the checkers as we speak, the 179 of Josh Jackson. And so that will do it. Coulthal, the quickest, and same with Lindgren, 16:388 the lap times. And take a look at the top 5, separated by 71,000, Zach.
Yeah, can't get any closer than that. And I don't know. It's going to be important here, Marty, to make sure you get straight to this feature. I mean, look at the names here. I don't want to spoil it before you bring up the grid, but it's going to be everything to make sure you just get low and don't get pushed up to that outside here early.
Well, why don't we meet the grid here for heat race number 1. Ryan Coulthal on pole position in car number 035. To the outside, it's Ryan Guffmanis. It's a Ryan front row in the 02. Matty Arnold starting 3rd in car number 157. To the outside, it is the 19 of Ben Jolly. Row 3, Devin Howard in the 316 next to Aiden Hervey in car number 13. Zach Cotterman starting 7th in the 290 next to Caden Roy in car number 5. And rounding out the field here, Dylan Slider in the 71, the only Canadian in this heat race. And running out the grid is Joshua Jackson in the 179. Of course, you mentioned the... Go ahead, Zach.
Looking at these I ratings, Marty, this would be an intimidating official room. I am glad I'm up here with you.
You know what? Why don't we pop that up as we take the green flag here? Compare the tail of the tape in this one. That's the I ratings of the drivers here for those wondering at home. Coulthard the most with a 9,400. He knows his way around the dirt tracks.
That is over 3 times my I rating for anybody out there wondering. I mean, that is phenomenal. 9K, that's through the roof.
All right, set to go here for heat race number 1. So glad you could join us here on DIRTcar Racing's YouTube channel for the 3rd DIRTcar eSports race, the 25-26 campaign. Winner of heat 1, keep in mind, is going to start on pole position for the 30-lap feature. Coulthard, Guffmanis, bring us to green. Here we go for heat race number 1. Ooh, little contact there. Guffmanis gives Coulthard a little kick in the shorts. 4 wide off in turn number 2, and it's only the first heat race. Rolling 3 wide here for the second half of the quarters. Matty Arnold trying to get second. Benjali edges out for the runner-up spot. Guffmanis leads the opening lap.
Yeah, and when when only top 6 guaranteed to make the feature, Marty, you'd think those guys would maybe be playing a little bit nicer, but no, they're going to war. Still 3 wide here for that bottom step, and man, that 316. Play the broken glass, Marty. He is looking good on the bottom.
Battle for the race lead, though. Here comes Benjali, looking jolly good with a slider on Ryan Guffmanis. The 2 car, though, counters it back, and Guffmanis hangs on. That's what I was talking about, Zach, in the pre-race. Slide Job City.
Yep, and it's all about crossing it over, keeping up that momentum, and your pick there, Guffmanis, he is on the money. I mean, just keeping that thing straight, even though he had to cut down. He's keeping the rear wheel straight and keeping that grip underneath him.
Looking at it from the aerial shot here. 4 cars under a blanket for the second spot, and 3 of them in this battle will get in. The rest of them will have to go into the B main. Both grooves working very well. What an awesome racetrack we've got here at the moment. Arnold hanging on to the final spot over Coulthard.
No, and this is only going to get better here through the next heat races. So if you think we got good racing now, don't go anywhere. And Marty, with 2 laps to go, the battle for the lead may not be done. Jolly may have found something.
Cuts the gap down to a car length. Still watching this race for the 3rd position. On board with Coulthard with the 035. Underneath on Arnold for 4th. Gets the advantage on corner entry, but still dealing with the traffic of the 316 of Howard. Side by side for 3rd. 1 lap to go in heat race number 1. Coulthard gives the bumper to Devin Howard. That may have cost both of them at the same time. Aiden Harvey, high, wide, and handsome. 3 wide for 3rd. Trying to go 2 for 1. Checkers wave. Guffmanis with the win. 3rd place is Arnold. 4th place is Aiden Hervey with the heist. And it's only heat race number 1.
Yeah, that was wild to say the least. Coulthard, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. Maybe bit off more than he could chew there on the inside. Easy to do here. I mean, didn't want to lose that momentum we've been talking about, and it can happen quick.
Top 4 finishers into our feature this evening. Having some technical difficulties on the feature side, on the results side of things. But we're ready to go for heat race number 2. Zach, give us the starting lineup.
Yeah, Marty, SDK's wild now. You got to click on somebody before you bring up the grid. It's insane.
That makes sense. Yes.
Took me a week to figure this out, by the way, and lots of embarrassment. Starting on the pole, the 99 of Joey Lindgren. To the top shelf, the 05 of Braden Carter. Inside of row 2, the 29 of Cameron Weingard. To the outside, the 3 of Brett Wazlowski. Row 3 to the inside, the 92 of Tristan Lattisae. To the outside, or Lattisaur, I guess. I got that wrong last time, too. You'd think I'd remember, but I'm just an American. To the outside, the 15 of Matt Taylor. Row 4 to the inside, the 9 of Justin Towers. To the top shelf, the double deuce of Tony Elliott. And row 5, rounding out the field to the inside, the 76 of Brett Graham. To the outside, the 008 of Easton Hunter.
All right, I think we got those results for you now. There you see it. Top 4 again, transferring in. 5 through 10 will go into our B main, fighting for a feature spot, and if not, they'll be done for the week. All right, who's the driver you're keeping your eye on here and as we get set to go green?
I mean, I hate to cheat and take the low-hanging fruit, but we do have a World Championship licensed driver in here, Mr. Lindgren. I think, I don't know if we have his on board tonight or not either.
We do, actually.
Saw he had joined up, so,
Actually,
I mean, that's somebody definitely. We'll physically, if he does get that camera up and going later, because I saw he was in the room, we'll physically be able to watch him, and we'll need to keep an eye on him on the iRacing.
Here we go. Heat number 2, green. Good start for Lindgren. Weingart right behind Carter for that second position. A lot of Stewart drops down to the 4th spot. In fact, actually gains a spot, made his way past Brett Wazlowski, but Lindgren is gone. He's checked out of the hotel already.
Yeah, and you know what? I think Braden's okay with that as well. The guy running P2, he's just trying to follow up. He's got a nice little gap to 3rd. Front 2 can run away, but Lattisaur, he's not done. He is winding the toy up on the outside. He's coming.
The high side was working for a bunch of drivers there in heat race number 1. Ticket on board. The driver of the 92. That's how fast they're going to turn number 3 with this track. 110 miles an hour on the top shelf for the moment. Look at the speed he gets on corner exit, trying to use the Lightning Larry line. But a driver that's got, I guess you could say, the same font style as Lightning Larry. At number 99, out in front, trying to run away from Carter in the Majula C Speed Shop ride.
Now, according to iRacing here, top 6 for the show, Marty, we do have a little bit of a battle here for this final transfer spot. Matt Taylor kind of got shoved up out of the way. Justin Towers was able to get to that final spot. And if I'm Matt, man, you got to throw everything you got. You're running out of time, 3 to go. Got to get there.
Taylor started back in 6th, now down to the 7th position. A lot of ground to make up in very little time. Wazlowski a little bit up the hill. Here, it's going to be a lot of Stewart rather up the hill. Wazlowski trying to get a run downstairs. Right behind him still Towers, the 9 car. 2 laps to go in heat race number 2, and there may have been some contact as well in 3 and 4 between the two.
That's just going to allow Towers to, maybe want to get a piece of it here as he got pretty close. Oh, man, he had to lift out. And now with the white flag flying, I'm telling you, that final transfer spot may be in doubt here.
It's looking pretty good for Tristan Lattisaur, but would love to get some insurance around the outside of Cameron Weingart and the 29, but as they make their way through 3 and 4. Braden Carter able to close in a little bit, but it won't be enough. Joey Lindgren, the winner of heat race number 2. Carter second, a photo for 3rd. Weingart over Lattisaur by unofficially 0.03 of a second. Wazlowski, Towers, Taylor, Graham, and Elliott will go down into the B main. Look at those race results here from heat race number 2. Lindgren winning by just under 0.4 of a second. 3rd and I believe final heat race of the evening set to go here. Let's meet the field and give you the starting lineup. Mike Augustine starting on the pole position in car number 119. To the outside, it's Michael Swank in the 27. Row 2, Peyton Talbot in the 114. To the outside, it's Bud Molyneux and the 883. DK starting 5th, Dylan Kinsey in the Swan Speed Shop, 639. To the outside, it is driver number 85. Always look around the dirt. It's Tyler Shell, a winner on night 1 of the Bank City 40. 4th row gives us Jeff Barker in the 513. To the outside, it's Joseph Groom in car number 11. Rounding out the grid, Christian Taylor in car number 33.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of stole the words out of my mouth there, Marty, but I don't think Shell would think I'm picking on him by saying this. He's definitely going to be disappointed with that qualifying effort. He is not going to have that same pace, I don't think, here in the heat race. Should be a lot quicker. So keep an eye on that 85 here. He'll be trying to move up through the field.
Shell may have a setup possibly built for racecraft. We'll just have to see what happens. Always fast no matter what dirt car it is. In fact, Shell, one of the pro drivers that competes in the World of Outlaw series. In fact, a past champion in the Sprint Car Championship in the 22-23 season. Green flag is out. Heat 3 underway. Great start for Talbot caught the 27. The low line checks up. Swank through to second, and look at this. Bud Molyneux third, and I think the big advantage of this was some contact. Tyler Schell towards the 883 for just a moment as Augustine has checked out of this one.
Yeah, he's working on the inside here, but you can't blame Bud. Not going to give him too much room. Such a long way around there through 1 and 2. Schell, if he wants to, he can throw the slide job. But no, Marty, he's surprising me. He likes the bottom, and he's making it work up to P3, but we're 3 wide behind.
Talbot tries to thread the needle with a 14. 6:39 to Dylan Kinsey, hugging the bottom, right next to the inside jersey barrier. And Molyneux drops a pair of spots. Now the race is on for that final transfer spot. Good corner exit from Molyneux, but was forced to lift. Talbot down to the 4th position now, trying to hang on. Contact, meanwhile, in the back. Look out there. Christian Taylor low sideways, same with Joseph Groom. They're likely, though, able to keep it straight.
Yeah, it looked like the popsicle sticks there. Joseph Groom just bounced off the 883 and a big checkup from behind. And we'll have to see if the 513 of Jeff Barker here, he's working underneath, trying to pull it side by side. That's for the final transfer spot.
Barker underneath on Molyneux. We'll just have to see what happens here. Augustine, meanwhile, has opened up the gap 0.8 of a second on Michael Swank. Yes, it is top 6 to the feature here this evening. Everyone else down to the B main. 3 wide per second. Talbot trying to force the nose underneath.
And it's interesting here as you see the guys have kind of moved to the outside. Augustine found that, and he's the leader by almost a second. But beating and banging, man, Schell, he is using those elbows tonight.
Absolutely. Trying to fight for every spot. That means a lot to him in this battle for the 3rd spot. This isn't even for the final transfer spot here. Going through 3 and 4, you know who's going to win heat race number 3. It's Augustine as they come to the line. A photo finish for 3rd. I think it was Schell over Talbot.
By a nose, it was Schell over Talbot. What a run to the finish here. And, oh, Marty, each and every time they've been on the track, the racing has gotten better and better and better.
Absolutely. Pull up the results here from heat race number 3, and now we get set to go here for our Consi. Augustine with the win there by 0.9 of a second. Bottom 3 headed down into the Consi, joining the rest of the drivers that were outside of the top 6. And as the field gets set to go, Zach, give us the lineup for this one.
Starting on the pole, the 5 of Caden Roy, to the outside, the 15 of Matt Taylor. Row 2 to the inside, the 11 of Joseph Groom, to the top shelf, the 71 of Dylan Slider. Row 3 to the inside, the 76 of Brett Graham, to the top shelf, the 513 of Jeff Barker. Row 4 to the inside, the 179 of Joshua Jackson, to the top shelf, the 22 of Tony Elliott. Row 5 to the inside, the 333 of Christian Taylor, to the outside, the 290 of Zach Cotterman. And rounding out the field in the 008, Easton Hunter. Now, Marty, I believe I'm not the best at math. I think we taking 3 here from the B-main?
I'm going to have to double check here. I believe they're going to be taking 6 out of this one. I can
cheat. I actually get to cheat and bring up iRacing.
Yeah, you get to cheat. You get the heads-up display. I don't get to.
You were a lot better at math than me, Marty. You are correct. It is indeed 6.
All righty. 18 drivers in, about to figure out the bottom 6 here. In just a moment, we'll focus on the driver that is in the 6th spot. Once we complete lap 1, if there is an interesting battle, we'll keep you posted on it. But it's Caden Roy and Matt Taylor, the front row for this 10-lap B-main. Top 6 make the big dance for tonight. Everyone else is done for the week and get to crack open a ice-cold beer early on. Green flag is out for the Consi. Good start for Roy as they make their way through 1. Taylor should get a nice exit, but Roy shuts the door. Crisscross from Taylor into turn number 3. Battle is on here for the top spot. At the stripe for lap number 1, I think it was Roy by about maybe an inch. 6th spot at the moment is Brett Graham, but he's got Jackson and Taylor all over him behind.
Yeah, somebody needs to walk in there and with Taylor and tap those boys on the shoulder. Tell them, you're in the show. Settle down out there. You could put those top 3 under the blanket, Marty.
Well, we're watching the battle for 6 here, though, very closely. Groom did a slider in 3 and 4. Almost got into the 76 to Brett Graham, and now it's Groom's turn to hang on. Too many good battles on the racetrack. It's so tough to watch which one. Roy edging out Taylor for the lead in the B main. Winner of this race will start from 19th spot tonight.
No, now Groom, he wants to get one more, but the question is here is we're watching the leaders. But Marty, I mean, where do you want to go? There's not a safe spot. I mean, Jeff, I would probably feel comfortable in P4, but look, he's looking on the bottom. He's got one car looking lower than him. I mean, nobody's safe out here.
Taylor and Roy, they've been basically drag racing around the world's fastest half mile since the drop of the green flag. Roy edges out Taylor at the line there. Brett Graham, a lot of company from behind. Christian Taylor has cleared Jackson for 7th, and now Taylor trying to grab that final transfer spot in the show.
The pressure starts to build every lap. I mean, he gets a little shot from behind there, and he loses a lot of ground. Contact again, loses the spot. Jackson back around. And, man, Marty, they're wasting a lot of time battling each other, letting P6 pull away.
Absolutely. Risky racing happening for 7th on the track. And Graham's got some leeway on Taylor by about 0.4 of a second. To the front for the race lead, though. It's still Roy over Taylor over Slider. On board for the back end of the 5.
I was about to say maybe they got the memo and we're going to calm down, but right away Taylor taking a peek there again, but it may be out of necessity because take a look behind him, Slider thinking about making it 3 wide there. That's 71 on the hunt.
It's very risky to do that, but maybe Slider's thinking he wants to start on the outside for this feature if you're thinking with the IQ. Well, who knows? More importantly, think about getting the top 6 first. Final lap underway. Slider in the lead for 2nd spot. Meanwhile, 5th place Joseph Brew just ran the quickest lap at a 16.85. This is not over yet between Katie Roy and Matt Taylor. Taylor underneath. Who's going to win the B main? Off for turn number 4 to the checkered flag. Give it to Caden Roy. 6th and final spot. Brett Graham gets in over Joshua Jackson.
By 0.2 of a second, or 0.2 of a second, Marty. And man, I'll tell you what, those guys racing hard for 7th, they cost themselves more time than that.
Absolutely. So that means preliminary actions for Tuesday night is in the books. When we come back, 30-lap feature for night 1 of the Spring Break 50. Coming up next here on DIRTcar eSports.
It's showtime! 5 laps to go at the Raceway Park.
Bobby Pierce leads the opening lap in 32.
Turn number 3 on. You wanted the best. You got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, here come the late model.
You're showing the inside. Slide on.
It's all new and it's the greatest store on dirt. All the world of Outlaws and dirt car racing apparel and licensed merchandise under one roof. Visit online today for everything from shirts to hoodies, hats to collectibles. The greatest store on DIRT.com.
World of Outlaws Dirt Racing 24 is available now.
built on dirt. This is the world of Outlaws.
The greatest show on dirt.
Coming to Kennedale Speedway Park, March 13th and 14th. Hear it, feel it, live it.
Motorsports isn't complicated. It's made up of races where you go as fast as you can, as best as you can, as sideways as you can, and whatever this is. Our team, Toyota Racing. We make some seriously fast cars, like this one and this one, definitely this one. And they all have great drivers, ones that win, like win a lot. Look at all these legends. The hottest drivers right now are him, her, and this guy. They're all part of a big, happy family of speed demons. Now you're up to speed. You in?
Raw horsepower, built on dirt. This is the world of Outlaws.
Let's rock and roll with the world of Outlaws.
Coming to Volunteer Speedway on March 13th. Hear it, feel it, live it. Raw horsepower, built on dirt. This is the world of Outlaws.
Let's rock and roll with the world of Outlaws.
Coming to Smoky Mountain Speedway on March 14th. Hear it, feel it, live it.
Welcome back to Volusia Speedway Park here as warm-ups continue at the moment. 22 drivers have taken a lap as they're just trying to set the track in, make sure it gets all slickened up here for the feature, and that's what we love about Valusia. Even when this track gets slick, the racing just gets insane.
Yeah, and I mean, as you're looking at Marty's tower there, you can see the gap from 1st to 20th. Marty, they're within 2.5 tenths of a second. That's unbelievable. I mean, anybody could win this thing tonight with a little bit of luck.
Absolutely. Say hello to a couple of people in the chat that are checking in. The Dickinson's watching tonight. I believe Ty's racing tomorrow night. NAV Motorsport, also Dickinson's. They're all rooting for Matt Taylor. If you're watching live in the chat, over 50 people checking in. Over 50 people watching, I should say. Let us know who you're rooting for in the chat. And again, glad you could join us here this evening. I'm Ari Sakala. He is Zach Chapman. As we get set to go racing here this evening. Let's take a look at Joey Lindgren, by the way, in the number 99. And he's the only driver that's carrying it on board here with us this evening. Let's see if I can pop it up here on my end. There's Lindgren. Take a look at what he's doing. He's one of the few drivers that's got virtual reality set up.
I'm so jealous, but I feel like I would get so dizzy so fast, Marty. I don't know if I could handle it.
See, I can't because of my health, but I've got an ultra wide screen, a super wide screen, so that's kind of like the best alternative to having VR. So, all right, ready to go. Featured time action for night 1 of the Spring Break 50. Let's get you tonight's starting lineup. On the pole, it's Ryan Guffmanis in car number 2. To the outside, it's Joey Lindgren in the 99. Row number 2, it's the 119 of Mike Augustine. To the outside, Ben Jolly in car 19. Row 3, Braden Carter running in the 05. To the outside, Michael Swank in the 27. Row 4, Matty Arnold in the 157. Next to him, Cameron Weingar in the 29. And rounding out the top 10, Tyler Shell in the 85. And Aiden Harvey in the 13. Zach?
Tristan Lattisora lines up on the inside of row 6. To the outside, the 114 of Peyton Talbot. Row 7, there we go. Had to do a little bit of math there real quick. To the inside, the 316 of Devin Howard. To the top shelf, the 3 of Brett Weslowski. Row 8, the 639 of Dylan Kinsey. To the top shelf, the 035 of Ryan Coulthau. Row 9, the 9 of Justin Towers. To the inside, the top shelf, the 883 of Bud Molyneux. And row 10, to the inside, the 5 of Caden Roy. To the top shelf, the 1-5 of Matt Taylor.
Looking at the rest of the field here on your screen, Dylan Slater, 21st. Jeff Barker, 22nd. Joseph Groom, 23rd. And Brett Graham in 24th. That is our field for this evening. Alrighty. Picks to win as we go 1 lap to green here. Zach, who do you got?
I was worried about this. I was just staring, panicking in case you asked me. I got to go. I mean, I picked Lindgren in the heat race. I got to roll with the man. I think Joey's starting on the outside front row. Let's go get it.
You're going to go with Joey. I'm going to go with the man that's starting on the pole, Ryan Guffmanis in the 2. But if there's a guy that I could see is someone that could still be a threat, a sleeper pick, Ryan Coulthard on that old 35, quickest in warm-ups. He's been fast, didn't have the best of all features, but he could make a charge up to the front.
Remember, top 10, Marty. That's what we need tonight.
Yes, top 10 transfer in the feature, 11th through 20th, make the beam. And as we say, where else would you rather be than right here, right now, night one of the Spring Break 50. It is showtime at Valusia. Guffmanis is clear for the early race lead. The second groove seems to be the place to be. Lindgren is cleared for a second. Ben Jolly in third. Over Mike Augustine, lap number one to the line, led by Guffmanis. But here comes Lindgren, looking for the race lead on Guffmanis.
I know, as soon as I'm about to pipe up and say it looks like he's content with running P2, no big moves, he dives down to the bottom, and now Jolly, he's got his sights set on the outside, but man, that door got slammed in a hurry.
Absolutely did. Augustine trying to slide job on Swank. Gives the 27 still a little bit of breathing room there on the outside. Augustine trying to clear, and that he does. Slide jobs him up to that fourth spot. Jolly wants to run, meanwhile, on Lindgren to the second spot. Top three all nose to tail at the moment. 3 wide further back, meanwhile, with Tyler Schell cut up in the middle. And he's in ninth. Rocky quarter exit, though. Oh, hang on there. Talbot, some slight contact. Low 157 to Matty Arnold. Everybody hangs on.
And there was nowhere for him to go. He had to pounce the brakes one more time as it looked like Schell and the 157 there made a little bit of contact. The 157 slides on back. That's Matty Arnold. He lost 3 spots going down the backstretch. Tough break.
Absolutely. Arnold starting back in the 9th position, down to 13. Meanwhile, Talbot still stuck in that hole, 3 wide for 12th. And that's some close battles the rest of the field. Meanwhile, in front, all single file. Here's Coulthard, the 35, racing Devin Howard, the 316. This is for the final transfer spot into the feature on Thursday night.
Yeah, and really, I mean, Augustine taking a little bit of a peek towards the front, but they are basically single file until we get back to this final transfer spot. And realistically, that's what you want to see if you're inside of that final transfer. Guys, let's just make the show 23 laps to go.
Absolutely. A lot of Stewart part of this battle as well at the same time. We're driving to the entry here for Coulthard at the moment. Howard wants the bite on the exit. Advantage there may have been Coulthard for 10th of the line. I'm not too sure.
Believe had him by a nose here, but it seems like the bottom is the place to be in 1 and 2 until Coulthard makes a little bit of a mistake there. But Coulthard now, oh man, he just can't settle that thing down through the center of the corner, and Howard gets him back every time.
They've basically been door to door like 2 truckers going down the interstate. Got a good race happening for second. Meanwhile, here comes Jolly up on the bumper of Lindgren for second with a great corner exit for the 99. Jolly will have to reel him in, but here comes Augustine, forced to left going into turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, I mean, Big Mike right behind him there trying to throw it in. I wonder if that's Jolly wanting to make the pass for second or if it's almost, I gotta go. I mean, I am feeling the heat on that back bumper.
So 11 laps complete in this one. Ryan Guffmanis is led for the drop of the green flag. Starting at the pole position, currently up by 0.3 of a second on Lindgren for right now. Most of the front of the field, all single file. This is where the action's starting to heat up. This is helping Guffmanis try to pull away at the same time. Looking further back at the 10th spot, it's currently Coulthard still. Him and Howard, that's been the best battle right now in these last 5-10 laps or so.
Marty,
3 wide though in front.
Here. Yeah, Swank got into the back of Augustine. That allowed Braden Carter to try to get a 2-for-1. So far only got by Swank. But man, Braden Carter, he really strapped the boots on there and went to work.
And Augustine last lap in 3 and 4 nearly went over the cushion at the same time. Trying to avoid biking it back up near the front though for second. Lindgren and Jolly going into turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, Jolly finally had a little bit of breathing room after Augustine had the front bumper put to him, and now he gets to go to work a little bit, try to play without fear of Augustine getting that run on the outside. And man, oh, he used up every inch Lindgren gave him.
Cross flags are up, 15 up, 15 down. Lindgren able to clear. Here comes Augustine. Look at the bottom step of the podium on Ben Jolly. Side by side at turn number 3, near contact once again. So much good racing happening on this racetrack. This race for third is happening. Tyler Sheldon still in a heater of a race with Weingart for 8th, nearly 3 wide off for turn 2. And Coulthard still fighting for 10th. Luckily, he's cleared Devin Howard for now, but it's by a quarter of a car length.
Yeah, and I think, if you're Devin at this point, you see he's committed on the bottom. I feel like he just wants to follow Coulthard. I mean, hopefully Ryan can work a guy up to that middle, and Devin can try to pick it up and move into that bottom transfer spot, but he's going to need help.
Something to keep in mind as well, the 20th place car would be guaranteed a spot in Thursday's Last Chance Showdown. 21st on back will be done for the night. That's the battle right there. Jeff Barker, Bud Molyneux, Matt Taylor, and an insurance spot in 19th. Keep an eye on that pretty closely as well. But meanwhile, the front 11 have all broken away for the rest of the field at the moment. Still watching this race for the third position still. Jolly and Augustine, they've been putting on a heater in the last 3 laps or so. Oh, hang on there.
There, yeah. Mike didn't want to give him that corner entry, and they made a little bit of contact. Mike's the big winner there. Braden Carter trying to pick up the scraps once again. But, man, unless he widens this thing out, it may be off or not. But Braden's slight advantage. Do we see a slide job? Doesn't need to.
And Carter almost gave him a hip check. Going through 1 and 2. Carter is cleared up to the 4th position. Now this starts to get interesting. We've got a battle for the lead happening with 9 laps to go. Lindgren's clear of Augustine, Carter, and Jolly. And Guffmanis may have some company for the race lead.
Yeah, and all this with coming to 8 to go, Marty. I mean, we have had 1 flag and 1 flag only. These boys gotta be feeling it. I mean, the wear is gonna start. You're gonna feel it.
Swank and Jolly for the 5th position. Again for 10th. Coulthard still hanging on over Devin Howard. Oh boy! Howard trying to explore the high side. Coulthard forcing it 3 wide up both Shell and Weingart.
Oh man, Devin trying to almost bump trap that 35 coming out of 2. Give him any type of will. Say you need to get it working. I need to follow you. That's where the war is.
6 laps to go here. Nearly a little bumper check by Howard. Trying to show the nose underneath. Nearly 4 wide in turn 2. Howard's got the nose underneath on Coulthard. Door to door here
Yellow
for the 10th
flag.
position, but the caution flag waves. Tristan Ladouceur with 5 laps to go. First yellow of the entire evening. And look at what happened to Tristan. Racing with Peyton Talbot, a bunch of other drivers. Oh no, it happened from behind. The 3 of Wieslowski caught the jersey barrier there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you could tell it was not malicious. I mean, he's trying to give him room and just clips that inside wall, and now we got 2 cars with some damage here because, I mean, as much as Brett wants to probably, try to stay positive here, Marty, that's a pretty big shot to the inside wall. That thing probably ain't going to handle as well as it was.
Is there damage, though, on the left front of the 3 of Wieslowski is the question. The damage model has been a lot more strict than it has in the past 5-6 years or so.
We, earlier, not that I want these guys to shake it up, but I think they're almost going to be forced to now, Marty. About 5th through, what, you want to say 7th, 8th? They were riding pretty calm, but I think this restack here, it's going to force everybody to turn it up a little bit.
The man that did not want the yellow, Devin Howard, in that 316, was about to get 10th from Coulthard, but because it goes the last completed green flag lap, Coulthard in 10th, and also, because we're under 10 laps to go, single file for the rest of this one. So some drivers make it a freebie. A lot of other drivers may be putting the pedal to the metal here as we've got a mile or if not 5 laps of race to go, correction, here at Valusia. Guffmanis fires back to the green flag. Lindgren following the 2 of Guffmanis through 1 and 2. Carter trying to get the door open on the 119 of Augustine here for the 3rd position on the racetrack. 4 laps to go at the line. Back to the 10th spot. Coulthard's got half a car length. In fact, a full car length on Devin Howard. Shell and Weingart continue to battle for the 8th position.
Yeah, and Weingar, he might feel helpless here because there are a lot of cars in line coming on the bottom. He is going to have to put up the fight of his life here if he wants to make the show.
3 laps to go. Good race still for second. Augustine trying to steal that spot at the end from Joey Lindgren. Again, top 10 guaranteed. A spot in the feature. 11th through 20th would be racing the LCS. Here's a big run again. Howard trying. Leading on. Coolfell. Hang on there, Ryan. Check up from 12th on back. Everybody hangs on. Howard trying the second groove here with 2 laps to go.
Yeah, Ryan tried to go. Yeah, he's trying to go fishing, man, but Devin, he's better at it. He's going low. He's finding the tack. Pulls to the inside. This is for the final transfer spot. White flag, baby.
They banged Dark Forest going through 3 and 4. Howard's got Cooldown cleared. Ryan sends it deep into turn number 1. They make contact. Meanwhile, through 3 and 4, they're just about 4 wide for second. Ryan Guffmanis, the crew chief for Jack Leonard, takes the win in night 1 of the Spring Break 50. For 10th, Howard steals it over Cooldown at the end.
And Mike Augustine, Marty, he stole P2 there through 3 and 4. Big run for the 119. And, I mean, that's going to give him 2 extra starting spots there in Thursday night. Big run for the 119.
My goodness, put it together for this group of drivers here this evening. Only 1 yellow tonight. And just intense racing from the green to the checkers. Let's go back and watch this battle here at the end for a second. We'll watch from, if we have it here, we'll watch from the aerial shot. This is going into turn 3. Look at that, it's just about 4 wide. Look at this, Augustine just getting enough. Oh no, Lindgren actually caught the wall. Then they wrecked further back with Lindgren and Carter. So that's what cost Joey Lindgren a full row. Instead of starting in row 2, he'll start row 3 and 5th.
I'm glad we looked at that because my eyes played a trick on me. I thought that was Augustine clipping the wall to get P2. I saw that totally different there. That was good we looked at that.
Final lap, the race for 10th. Coolthal was just trying to do the over-under at turn number 1 and wasn't afraid to bang doors there once again. If Howard is trying to use the Nerf bar. Saw Matty Arnold almost play a factor, and oh boy, Coolthal tried for the Hail Mary, but it just didn't work. And, you know, I'll give Coolthal credit. You know what? He may have actually gotten DQ'd out of that for instant points. I'm not too sure. We'll have to take a look at the results. I will give, though, Coolthal credit, because that could have easily been a dump and run in there. Instead,
oh, amen.
Yeah, instead
amen.
Gives Howard the flowers, and Coolthal forced to race in the last chance showdown on Thursday night. So let's pull up your official results here from tonight. And again, top 10 are in the feature. Guffmanis winning by 0.3 of a second over Mike Augustine. Joey Lindgren 3rd. Braden Carter 4th. Ben Jolly 5th. Michael Swankin 6th. Aiden Harvey in 7th. Tyler Schell 8th, Cameron Weingart 9th, and Devin Howard in 10th. The top 10. That's the row each driver is going to start on the inside. We'll know the outside of those front 10 rows tomorrow night at 8:15 for night 2 of the Spring Break 50. Rest of the field behind them here. Coolthal 11th, Brett Wazlowski 12th, Matty Arnold 13th, Peyton Talbot 14th, Justin Towers 15th, Caden Roy 16th, Dylan Kinsey 17th, Matt Taylor 18th, Bud Molyneux 19th, Brett Graham in 20th, 11th through 20th. We'll all start in B main number, we'll start at the last chance showdown on Thursday night. Here's the rest of the field, 21st to 21st, Tristan Lattisewer, Joseph Groom, Jeff Barker, and Dylan Slider. So I think it's time to start talking to some people here. And we will start here with our race winner. He did it in DIRTcar Digital Dash 2.0, and he does it here once again. Night 1 winner is Ryan Guffmanis. Ryan, not too bad of a night for you. Starting on pole, leading all 30 laps and taking the win. What else can we say except a perfect performance tonight?
Yeah, obviously another good performance. I was very bummed about the big block in Charlotte. I was just taking my time and waiting for my line to come in, obviously, like I said on my post, and it started to come in finally, and my game just crashed, so I don't know what happened there, but we're back and we're hungry for a better one and hopefully a win Thursday night.
All right, so the software in the computer, the hardware in the computer, do not mess with Guffmanis Thursday night when he goes for 50 laps. So,
Yes.
where did you feel your car was working well better than maybe a guy like, say, for example, Lindgren? Because he seemed to be your toughest challenger throughout the night.
Yeah, I felt like honestly I could run 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Obviously, I think both corners better, like with slider line there, and he was moving all around. I don't know what was going on with him. Like I thought he was good in the beginning. He was way with me, and then I started to pull away a little bit. But with the draft here, it's kind of impossible to pull away. So, I wanted to switch to Augustine's line. He was running middle that whole race. He said, and I wanted to try it, but I was like, I was running good enough in my line to where I could just hold on, and I knew I would just hold on for that win there, and just took my time.
Did you get any tips as well from Jack, especially with Valusia being a month ago?
No, not really. I think this is all just me this time.
Well, Ryan, who do I give shout-outs to before we let you go?
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to everyone in real life. Jack, obviously, Premier Racing Setups. I just joined their team. They have really good guys over there. Richard Murtaugh, Ebill, I joined with him, and Winners Performance, JLR Technologies, Exotic Brand, Jake's Hardwood, Mattson Overhead Doors, everyone over there, and my dad, and that's it.
All righty, man. We'll let you go, Ryan. Great job. Congrats on the win, and we will hopefully talk to you again Thursday.
Yeah, thank you.
Ryan Guffmanis, the winner. For those wondering, he mentioned Richard Murtaugh, by the way. Super Dirt Week Sportsman champion last season at Oswego. It was a phenomenal race. If you haven't seen that, check out the highlights on the YouTube channel, or if you got Dirt Vision, definitely go back and watch the full race. That was definitely exciting. So, second place finisher. Let's bring him in. Mike Augustine. He's with Zach.
Mike, Shaggy in the booth, brother. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
I'll tell you what, man. What a charge through the field. And, Mikey, I mean this with all due respect when I start this question, so don't think I'm attacking you. But I watched you driving up through the field, and, you know, you were having a lot of success in the middle. And I see a lot of guys, you know, they'll kind of wimp out being that guy on the bottom, not be as aggressive, where, you know, you were forcing that guy to enter a little higher. You said, this is my line. I'm here. I'm taking the territory, man. And you made it work. I mean, how that car looked like lightning tonight. How'd it feel?
I'm going to be honest. It actually felt really good. I love driving these things right through the middle, like Dale McDowell would, right through that slick. Yeah, I mean, everything was about my entry there. If I didn't get a good entry to get a good cut down, I would have never been able to make it work. So that's why I was trying to pinch the guy above me to enter up on that tabletop a little bit more. But I was surprised I got the joy there. When we were on lap 29, I was right behind him, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to get him here. And then I got a really good run there off of 2 on the last lap, and just made sure I kept the tires underneath me through 3 and 4, and it paid out.
Now, obviously, you know, coulda, woulda, shoulda land, but you guys surprised the heck out of me, man. 1 caution in 30 laps. But do you think, you know, maybe we mix 1 or 2 extra breaks in this thing? Do you think you have a chance to flirt with Ryan for the lead?
Oh, for sure. I let the car in 4th get around me there in the beginning. It was pretty tough to get back around him. It was kind of 1 lane there towards the beginning of the race. And if I definitely didn't let that guy get in front of me, I definitely think I could have had a chance at the win. But, hey, Ryan held us off and got it. So good for him.
Well, hey, we know Thursday night's what it's all about, brother. And it looks like you're going to be lining up inside of row 2. So good chance to go. Yeah. What do you think your chances are? I mean, obviously, running the middle, you want this thing to wear up a little bit, don't you?
I mean, yeah, I wanted this thing to be black slick.
Well, Mike, we'll be rooting for you. Congratulations on the great run tonight. You got anybody you want to thank before we kick you out of here?
For sure. I got to give a big thanks to Motorsports Speed Shop, Blake, Evan, and Chris for everything they've done for me in the sim. Sweet Victory, Victory Seats, Hypertune, you guys for the broadcast and the race.
Well, hey, like I said, man, good luck Thursday. Go get them.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Shaggy.
All right, Mike Augustine finishing in the runner-up spot here tonight, and we will round things out with the driver of the number 99. I still love that number, by the way, with the Larry White lookalike scheme there. Joey Lindgren rounding out the podium. Joey, nice run for you tonight. What more did you need, though, for Guffmanis this evening?
Just probably a little bit more straighter, honestly. I was kind of driving it too sideways. This is my first time running these things here, so I was just trying to hold on, I guess, and almost held on to the end there, and was hoping that yellow didn't come out because we had a pretty okay gap to Mike, and I just needed to settle down on the seat a little bit more. If we had a couple more cautions, we probably would have been able to do that, but we didn't, and ended up third at the line to Mike. He just stuck around the middle of the whole race, which is part of racing, but no, I was just trying different lines and just kept losing ground to Guffmanis, and Ryan's always joke with him about the Larry lane, and we were trying to get it to come in. It came in for a little bit, but faded off at the end. But no, I can't thank Valusia Speed Shop enough. Chris, Blake, and Evan, Factory 5 Designs, Tac 3 Defense, Selena 52 Truck Stop. What else am I forgetting? Yeager and Sons Construction, and you guys for putting on the broadcast, DIRTcar for putting on the event, and yeah, we'll see what we can do for 50 laps come Thursday.
Do you feel like you got a better long run car than maybe anyone else in the field here this evening, or are you going to wait and see about tomorrow possibly?
I'll probably wait and see. Tomorrow's server's pretty stacked, and I just want to watch them and see what they do differently and what I can do differently for purposes of racing more competitively. We weren't really competitive tonight. Ryan just kind of walked the dog. I was quicker, not quicker, but about the same as him as first start of the run, but he kind of ran away with it. But overall, it was a good night for us. Yeah, hopefully we'll be ready for Thursday.
Alrighty, man. Well, we'll let you go, Joey. Great job tonight. Appreciate you having it on board as well this evening. We were watching on board with you during warm-ups, and we'll see you again on Thursday.
Thank you.
Joey Lindgren running out the podium this evening, and a good night of DIRTcar eSports is wrapped up here, and best part is we get to do it all again tomorrow night, 8:15, where we'll see a stacked field, a lot of great drivers once again. We're absolutely looking forward to it. So, Zach, final thoughts as we get set to sign off here.
Well, just to build on that, and not to steal Ryan's thunder there, but tonight, if you were going to kind of look at the deck of cards, tomorrow might be stacked a little heavier. It is going to be a wild ride. And, well, Joey, I promise, since you're not racing tomorrow, I won't pick you to win, and I won't, spoil you.
Yeah, you don't want to miss out on that for sure. So, again, we're so glad you all joined us here this evening for another edition of DIRTcar eSports. Again, don't forget to tune in tomorrow, 8:15 p.m., right here on the DIRTcar Racing YouTube page. So that'll do it for us here on behalf of everyone here at DIRTcar Racing and the World Racing Group. On behalf of my broadcast partner, Zach Chapman, Marty Sakala, saying so long. Congratulations to Ryan Guffmanis, your winner in Night 1 of the Spring Break 50. Thanks for joining us. So long.